Okay, so it's no secret on the channel, I've gone through quite a lot of cars. I never know what the next car is going to be. I never know how long I'm going to keep my current car. But obviously my Polo June, my current Polo June is not a permanent car. So today we're going to be having a look at what my potential new cars are. There's quite a big list, but there's two that really stand out, which I'll show you at the end. But I'll also show you all the other ones, which are genuine contenders. Let me know your thoughts and any advice, any suggestions, and let's hop onto Auto Trader and let's see what my next car could be. Okay, so as I'm sure you can imagine, I spend a lot of time on this app. I'm always scrolling through cars, having to look if my old cars have come up for sale, what potential new cars are about, what kind of prices, everything. If you're in the UK, you use Auto Trader. There's no doubt about it. So as I said, I have got a bit of a short list with my next car. So I'm going to be showing you all the potential options, and then right at the end, I'll be showing you the two that are in like genuine contention. The two that I think will probably be one of the choices. Obviously, I won't get both of them, but without further ado, let's have a look. So I just want to start off by saying I actually had two cars on order, and one of them was this Ford Puma. Called Cougar, sorry. I ordered it in white, had like the LED headlights, pan roof, it had full spec, big wheels, it had everything. It was as high of a spec as they can go. I've said it on the channel previously, I was planning to step into property. I was going to like focus my heart and soul onto property and then make a return to cars, which would have meant I was going to step away from like fun cars and buy something sensible such as this. But the more I thought about it, it wasn't really the right choice. It was literally this colour, this spec, it had the bigger wheels. It was a beautiful car, incredible spec, but not very fun, quite grown up. And for a 22-year-old who gets bored of a Golf R and a Fiesta ST, he'd probably get bored of this. So I thought it's probably best I cancel that. I also had one of these on order in white, again, top spec, pan roof, sound system, everything. But again, I would have got bored, and yes, it was sensible. Yes, it was probably the right move to do, but A, for the channel and social media, and B, for myself, my own mind, this kind of car. I'd love one, but I just don't think it's the right time. The first one, which is like a sort of dream car, is a 996 Carrera 4S. Now, I love the 996 shape. I know they're quite controversial, but I genuinely think they're incredible. They're around 20 to 30 grand for like a decent one. I do quite like this blue colour. And obviously for my next car, I do need to keep in mind, I go through cars a bit too often. It's not healthy. It's not financially responsible. And as I keep saying, I am trying to save up for the property. So as much as I want a fun car for myself and for the channel to do content on and to enjoy, I also can't break the bank and kind of take a step back from all the steps forward I've been taking. One day I will have a 996, there's no doubt about it. I'm just not sure if this is the right time. It's more like a midlife crisis weekend car kind of thing, and not an everyday commuter. Now the next option, which is actually quite a good contender, it's like a close third place, is the Megane 275 like Cup S, or the trophy of this kind of era. I just think they look amazing with the big badge on the front. They just look so good. Obviously this is like the 250 or 260, whatever they're called, with the smaller badge on the front. But the 275 with the big badge, I just think they look amazing, and the trophy is really good value. As I said, it is a close third place. I am genuinely considering it. Like, I love my French cars. If you follow the channel, you know I love my French cars. And everyone who owns these has got only good things to say about them. So this is genuinely, I'd argue, close third, possibly second place. But I'll put it at third place just for the point of this. I think they look great. They drive great. They're just incredible. Obviously, this one here is the Cup S. They're just, yeah, they're amazing. If you know, you know. On the Nürburgring, on all the track days, these are like the car. The next is a controversial one. It is a manual early BMW M2. These have dropped in price quite well, and they sit around like the 25 grand mark. Oh, these two do it. Anyway, they are a bit more expensive, but obviously I don't really want to go over 25. Otherwise, like I said, I'll be taking steps back from all the steps forward I have been taking. I think these have aged so well, and to get a manual one is just special. They've dropped in price for the most part to a point where it's kind of justifiable. It's quite good value. I'd want a manual one because every automatic car I've hated and I've sold within the months. This one is a big one. It is a GTI Club Sport, the Mark 7 shape. I did go to see a Mark 7 GTI before I got my Golf R. and I loved it. It was in white. It was amazing. Obviously, this is the club sport, so it's a bit more of a special one. You get like the cool seats inside and all that kind of stuff. Look at it. It is cool, and for the price, obviously they're a rare car. I'd get it in a manual. I like them. I know they're not the cheapest car ever, but they are pretty cool. And obviously all the Golf rare ones, they always hold their value. It's actually got a specific number on it as well, rather than being like 1 out of X. So that is a nice touch. This is actually quite a good contender. I'd say this is about 4th place. I'd love one. Again, I don't know if it's the car for me, but I'd love to try one. Everyone who has them only says good things about them. So it is definitely a car I would like to try at some point. I think they look amazing as well. We're now into the second place, like first place, but I'd argue that this car is second place of my potential next car. And that is a Mark III Focus RS in blue and white. I'm not sure what colour I'd go for. I love the blue, but the white is so nice. And if I did get white, I'd get white wheels. But anyway, they just look so nice. Let's click on this one. It looks amazing. Obviously, got like the drift mode and you've got the amazing sound. The engines are a bit questionable, but I know from 2018 onwards they fixed all the engine issues, and the majority of the cars before that have had the recalls to get all the issues done. They're not the perfect car, but most of the common issues have been done. Obviously, the common issues were fatal, which is a big problem for these cars, and they've held their value tremendously. If anything, they might start to climb because obviously they're not making the Focus anymore. This was the last Focus RS. Might they climb in value? I don't know. But yeah, these are cool. Everyone obviously rants and raves about them. I don't think these are the good seats. I think there's 2 types of seats, and these aren't the ones that I'd be after. I think the others are bucket seat. I might be completely wrong. I like it, and it is close second place. My only issue with this is, like, from a content point of view, these have been quite heavily covered, and anything that you can do to them has been done. So it would be hard to stand out. And obviously with content, I have to buy the car for myself, but I do also have to think about the content side of things. Essentially, the car has to pay for itself, and I feel like a Focus RS has been so heavily done, it would be quite hard for it to stand out. But obviously they've been heavily done because they're an incredible car, and it's not on the list just for the fun of it. I'd love one. I'm just not sure if it's the right time, which leads us onto the car, which I'm 99% sure I'm going to get. And that is the Megane 300 Trophy. Now, I think these cars are absolutely incredible. There's only 3 for sale in manual in the colour that I want, which is obviously liquid yellow. We'll click on this one to have a look. It's just amazing. You've got the bucket seats. You've got the Bose sound system. They come fully spec. You've got the big screen. The interior's stunning. I think they look great as well with the centre exit exhaust. The only questionable bit is the red bits on the wheels. The more I see these cars, the more it is starting to grow on me. But that being said, I haven't seen one on the road ever. I've seen like 2 since they've come out, but I don't see them, and I'm looking out for them because I want one. So I'm looking out for them. You just do not see the 300 Trophy. I think the front of them looks so good. Obviously, it's a 5-door, so it's practical as well. It's wide. It's just aggressive. For me personally, this is the best value car. Well, I say best value. It's not very cheap. That is the only downside of the car. It is quite expensive, and obviously compared to the Mark III Trophy, they're like 5 to 10 grand more. So that is something to think about. But I just adore this car, and I truly think this is my next car. I'm obsessed with it. You've got the 4-wheel steer. It's just all the challenges it does on like 5th gear and top gear and all that kind of stuff. It beats all the other cars. It beats the i30N. It beats the Golf GTI. It beats everything. So combine that with the fact that I love my French cars, and I do truly think this is my next car. So let me know your thoughts if I've missed any cars that I should probably think about. And hopefully soon we will have a 300 Trophy. Thank you. Bye-bye.